So this is me telling the blessing, in 2023, beginning of 2023, that we are fine. The year went well. In fact, more than we imagined. God came through in all aspects. Of course, there were low moments, but even in the low moments, the hand of God was evident. I want to wear my glasses that I got for 1,000 naira. Amazing, right? Yep. All right, let's do this. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's talk about 2023. 2023 was a wonderful year. The year started with my journey to the east. I literally traveled on the first day of the year to Anambra State, to my husband's hometown. It was not my husband then. We traveled together. I started my year in the east and I got back to Lagos, and by the time we got back, it was into full wedding preparation mode. First thing we did, or the first place we went to was the wedding gown place, and we paid for my wedding gown, picked my wedding gown and paid for the wedding gown. And it was just like the opening event into back-to-back wedding preparation. January, I was going through a lot of mental stress, right? Trying to prep for the wedding. Always, calling my husband. My husband was like my prep partner, that we did most or all of the preparation together. Calling him, oh babe, what do you think of this color? What do you think of this style? What do you think of this venue? What do you think of this vendor? It was just a lot of back and forth. January, we really trusted God a lot. Now that I think about this, we fasted, we prayed, we were always praying together, not just for the wedding. We're praying for the family, for the home. We fasted a lot, prayed a lot. I remember January, I was always indoors, just praying, studying my Bible. I would eat later in the evening. It was just like rinse, repeat kind of situation. I started the year with 2 jobs. Yeah, I was working with a bank, and by the time I started the year, it was still remote at that point, so to say. So it was still remote. Then I had my fully remote job, so I was able to juggle the two together. But at the beginning of the year, I was supposed to resume the banking job, and by the time I considered the offer and the banking job, I knew that I would not be able to do the two together. So I had to resign from my banking job and faced my fully remote job. So yeah, I went, and we started house hunting at some point, shopping, prepping for the wedding and all of that. This is not about to be another video about the wedding, right? So I'm really grateful to God for growth. A lot of growth has happened in this 1 year for me, for my channel. Oh my God, this is what even prompted me to make this video. So that last year, February, I was celebrating 300 subscribers. And now we're at 800 subscribers, and I'm just really grateful to God. This is your cue at this point to subscribe to my channel if you have not. So I'm really grateful to God for growth. I'm grateful to God for not just my YouTube growth, but all-around growth. Really grateful to God for that. I'm grateful to God for my business, right? So sometime last year, I think my last order was around January or February. I got really intense with the whole wedding prep and everything, and I could not keep up. I just had to take a break from my business, and I'm glad that I was able to rebrand and come back again this same year. And I'm really grateful to God. It's just been a couple of weeks, and I've almost sold out on this particular batch. I'm really grateful to God for that too. This is also like the year I traveled the most. I think the most I traveled before then was going to school, coming back, and which was like few times in a year. I was going to Lagos like back to back. At this point, I can't even count the number of times I went to Lagos and went to other states like that for outreach. And it was just, I'm not going to lie, it was a lot for me at some point. I had to tell my husband, like, this is taking a toll on me. Because when I was in school, I was this person that I would literally stay in school till the end of the semester, because I don't want to lose focus. I'm the kind of person that once there's a kind of imbalance, maybe I travel, come back, it takes me a while to get back into my focus mode. So now traveling every time it took a toll on me, and I was literally leaving for the weekend when we travel. Like, I was literally just waiting, oh, we'll soon travel, oh, we'll soon travel, oh, we'll soon travel. And I wasn't so so devoted with things I used to be so devoted with. And I was borderline depressed. I was borderline depressed. It was just like my life was just changed. I was finding it really hard to keep up with friends. I'm still coming to that, to keep up with friends, especially those early days of marriage. It was hard for me to keep up with friends because of the whole traveling situation. It affected my work, it affected my taking of courses, it affected my career, it just affected me a lot. And I would just tell my husband, would say, no, don't worry, I'm praying for you. My husband would pray for me, and I could literally just talk to him. He was there for me all through those times. And I feel like with time I adjusted. So never say never, right? This human body and mind can stretch to accommodate even the most difficult situation. So probably because I was so relaxed and I believe that this is the kind of person I am, it took a while to started to adjust to the whole thing. But I feel like I've adjusted a whole lot, and I'm grateful to God for that. Now back to friendship. This year there has been a lot of reshuffling, a lot of rebalancing in my friendship, and it was just independent of me really. Over friendship this year, I cried, I watched videos, I spoke to people, I spoke to my husband so many times. I'm sure he was even tired of hearing at some point. So I started to question a lot of things, like, am I a bad friend? What's happening? By the way, this video stopped again, so this is like the 5th time I'm recording it. So I started to question a lot of things. It was more like people that I believed were in my inner circle were no longer there. There was just a lot of reshuffling. And I'm really grateful to God for people that I got closer to this year. It took me a while to get to that point. Maybe sometimes in the future we can talk about friendship. Surprising that someone that I wasn't even talking to at the beginning of the year, that I felt like, oh, this friendship is gone. Never again. We already blocked each other everywhere. Titi, I'm calling you out. And now we are in a much more better place. I feel like a lot the friendship has morphed. I'm not about to make this video about friendship. So I'm grateful to God for everything that happened, the good, the bad, the ugly, right? I'm grateful to God for family. I'm grateful to God for my sister, for my brothers, for my parents, for always being in my corner. I won't say that everything, it was a smooth ride in 2023. Of course, there were ups and downs, but I'm grateful to God that through it all, I can look back and tell myself, the blessing that wanted to start 2023, that's just relax, everything will work out fine, you'll be fine, right? So this is 2023 in retrospect, and I'm really grateful to God. Things that were like, oh, how are we going to do this, how are we going to do this, how are we going to do this? I remember that after we got married, my husband told me, oh, this is what I want us to do before the end of the year. So I'm going to need so amount from you, I'm going to ask so amount, and we're going to do this together. And I'm like, how is it possible? But looking back now, everything turned out fine, everything worked out well. So this is me telling the blessing, in 2023, beginning of 2023, that we are fine. The year went well. In fact, more than we imagined. God came through in all aspects. Of course, there were low moments, but even in the low moments, the hand of God was evident. And this is me telling you, if you have fears for 2024, this is just to tell you that by the time you will look back in retrospect for 2024, you'll be grateful to God. So whatever it is that looks like, oh, I'm going to do this, I need to focus on my project, my results, NYSC, this, that, maritals, God will work it out. And by the time you would sit down, we'll do this again in 2024. I want you to write it down, that by the time you sit down in 2024, you would see that the hand of the Lord carried you through 2024. So whatever your fear is, I do not plan to end this video there, but whatever it is that you are fearful about, whatever it is that you are worried about, whatever goal you have for 2024, just trust God, and God always comes through. God can be trusted. God is, I don't want to say tested and trusted, but God will always come through. So do not fret, do not be afraid for 2024. God has gone ahead of you. He has made all crooked paths straight. He's going to be making ways in the wilderness and rivers in the desert for you. Even in your lowest moments, the hand of the Lord is going to uphold you. So fear not. This is me saying thank you. You watching this video for being a vital part of my 2023. Thank you for being a part of this YouTube family. I look forward to doing more with you. This is me wishing you Happy New Year. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to share, like, drop a lovely comment below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.